crooked ass police shooting down the babies. About the blackout, dog popping off crazy. Crackers trying to play me, fear me, know they hate me. Wanna lock me up, jail be a form of slavery. Shouts to the single black woman that raised me. Loyal to a fault, but the fiction don't faze me. Heights with a low, so the room stay hazy. Black folks still get murdered on TV. Young black women getting trafficked for the blue cheese. Looking at the sisters trying to profit they hoochies. Black mother gave birth to this whole thing, so we coming for the whole thing.
I have this picture right now from a shoot that I had done recently where I have my hand out like this, and then I have dice in my hand. And it symbolizes a lot of different things. One, I'm always going to bet on myself, no matter what the odds are. But also that I want to give, as opposed to having my hand out and then I want something from you, I want to give something to you, right? Through my music and through your spending a moment in time and space with me. I want to be able to give something to you. I don't want to take anything from you. I don't want to deplete your divine spirit. I just want to add to it. And so that picture is very symbolic to me of my hand out, because it represents wanting to give so much to my tribe and wanting to give so much to my people, despite the hate I may get from them, despite the separation, despite the lack of inclusion in certain communities. I'm still here for the cause, for the people, by the people. That's the type of shit I can't stand. If that's your man's, how he gets you with some shit you didn't plan. Have you on a nigga block, body drop by the blam. Same nigga left you dead in a van. Police off the leash, genocide on camera. License to kill black folk by the millions. Shackles and the chains off boats. We resilient. Black on black crime, the self-hate be so serious. Funny niggas, jigaboos be delirious. Fall from stand up, no Eddie. Is you serious? Had to raise the bar imperious. Waves like serious. White supremacists setting traps. Protect the villagers. Oh. And that's real shit. Cause I wanna see you learn to raise your children. Cause too many of us dying, do you feel me? Free Willie can't shake the whole building. We ain't slaves no more. We ain't mentally enslaved no more. You ain't gonna class us and make us feel less than. You gonna stop treating black women like they don't matter, when they've contributed so much to the world. Like black, us as a tribe, we take care of everybody. We talking about the African warrior queens who fought in ancient times and beat Greece. We talking about the queens, warrior queens from Africa who went to war with men and defeated them. African queens. This is the cloth that we're cut from. We're different, right? We are the original peoples of this world, and we blacking out. We resetting this whole shit and taking our rightful place in this motherfucker. Because it's time as a people to stand in the divine greatness that God has placed us to exist in. You understand? The primal one, the primitive one. Prime to mean first. The first ever to walk the earth. You know, I always tell people this. The way they tricked us with institutional racism is things like Webster's dictionary. Now, a lot of people don't understand that Webster was a racist motherfucker, and they had an agenda to trick black people out of their greatness. So even a word like nigger, that word is not a term of endearment. It actually means royalty. It's actually a term that uplifts black people. It's a term, in a sense of a person being grandiose, to a degree, right? But they tricked us and took our definitions and our meanings for words and made their own, and then taught us back that colonial education that they gave us. And that's where they caught us in our mental and our mind, because our story and schools in the western part of the world begin with slavery. You don't see that at one point in time in the world, the richest man in the world was a black man, Mansa Musa. Like, these are very factual things. Like, our story doesn't begin with slavery, right? We were rulers of the world, the first to sail the seas. African people were the first to create a system where people paid you for goods. We created the first mint, meaning currency. This shit is it's deep, and it's just like we have to black out. We have to reset all of that shit that they've filled our heads with in order to exist in the space and as we really are, and that's divine beings, right? So we gonna shake the building, we gonna tear the roof off this motherfucker, the chandeliers dropping out, we everything coming down until we get ours. And that's what Shake the Building about. That's the vibe. Young black babies lacking embrace from the worst circumstances, so it's hard to elevate the mentality as of late. These niggas hating, they hate. Hell on your face, you are the monster, you made it be hard. It's gonna feel like, it's lit, yeah. Right? It's gonna be like, it feels. But then when you slow yourself down and slow
listen to the message,
then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's history lessons. Like
that's Sinzere.
But I think that's what defines Sinzere as an artist. Yeah. That's what separates me from other artists. Is like my ability to make you want to shake your ass, but educate you at the same time. Yeah. I'm gonna feed your soul at the same time. You might not know it at first.
Yeah.
But once you tap in, you're like, oh, sis is feeding my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, that's why I say it's for the people, by the people. Yeah. Period. It's for the people, by the people. It's getting handled like I'm schooled. Hold up. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm finna peel like I'm in it for the thrill. Tape hitting, but nigga, this ain't drill. They know I run it and I ain't running no drills. A living legend, I got it for every lil. These lil hoes selling pussy, don't push me, I got no chill. Don't give no fuck about your stats, that's on the real. Numbers lie in these niggas too. Pump faking, full gazies. Me and Jackie going crazy. Chelsea lately. It ain't no thing we out here swinging. Thought he's in my DMs, wifey popping off. Fuck a slice, I want the whole thing off that Papa John's. Oh. Think I set my jersey on fire. Black bandana, I'll hit you with the blammer. Been a hot nigga, welcome to my cabana. I pull strings like Carlos Santana. Banana clip you dirtier than Diana. Finna kick my shit like tantrums. Higgity in canyons, bandits kidnap your kinfolk for ransoms. Nothing but a G thing, ski mask, flea gang. I'm in the bando, young commando, going Rambo. Fidel Castro with an afro, that's facto. All black with a knapsack, finna hijack that tarmac. Raised by gorillas in them streets, they call me Tarzan. They don't want no smoke, these rappers know I'm a narcissist. The game hard in my heart like James Harden. Ride for the block the way Gina, ride for Martin. Buy back the block, let it knock, I get it poppin'. Young Mary Poppins on gang, they know I got it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. I came to buy back the block, I came to... Black bandana, I'll hit you with the blammer. Been a hot nigga, welcome to my cabana. I pull strings like Carlos Santana. Banana clip do you dirtier than Diana. Finna kick my shit like tantrums. Sickety but in canyons, bandits kidnap your kinfolk for ransoms. Nothing but a G thing, ski mask, flea gang. I'm in the bando, young commando, going Rambo. Fidel Castro with an afro, that's facto. All black with a knapsack, finna hijack that tarmac. Raised by gorillas in them streets, they call me Tarzan. You don't want no smoke, these rappers know I'm a narcissist. The game hard in my heart like James Harden. Ride for the black the way Gina, ride for Martin. Buy back the block, let it knock, I get it poppin'. Young Mary Poppins on gang, they know I got it, what up? All black, got the Glock on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tommy with the Tommy overall, you cannot stop me. Yeah, yeah. Buy back the block, all black, got the Glock on me. Yeah, yeah. Buy back the block on God, got the whole army. Have your life spinning the night. Your pops in and out of jail. Smart nigga coulda went to Yale, but the system was designed for him to fail. And I ain't trying not to ill. Life been really getting really. Got a baby on the way, and that baby need milk. Cause he know nights he didn't eat. He know nights of defeat. Cleats on feet, in the money get deep. That's why he can't hear his mama or the preacher when they speak. Pressure on his head, try to make it out the streets. Loyal to the gang, tatted on his neck in a chain.
poverty, the reason he steady chasing the bay. He blinded by the trap, say trapping all day. The bay getting bigger, they notice and run away. Whip scan quicker, the leather softer than yay. Niggas mad fake, they plotting to get your cake. Waiting to catch you slipping and spin the block with a cake. Bow! Tornado when I touch, I'm in a block spin. How your block spinning and you ain't gang if you bang away a forklift. Kick my shit for the realest at
Yeah, so the fact that Sinzere spends so much of her time and energy and appreciable talent trying to better her world and the world of her people, and is wordsmithing in a way that you come out feeling good about what she's talking about, even though oftentimes it's a hard topic. They are hard topics. They're violent a lot of times, they're dark a lot of times, but her passion brings it to a place where you truly begin to appreciate where she's coming from. And you get to go on a journey. You get to go somewhere that maybe you haven't been. I know, even for me, like, she's such a student of history, the history of her people, the history of the world, the history of her country and her culture, that I learn. Like, I listen to verses and when you start mixing this stuff, you get to spend a lot of time going over and over and over these songs, and you get to kind of view them from different angles. You come after dinner to mix a bit, and then after a couple hours you're hungry for dessert, and your brain shifts somewhere in there, and so you're always shifting, or I've done something with the kids and I come back, or whatever life has brought me in that moment. I then sit down and listen to a song again, and it's like hearing something new or hearing something from a different angle. And that to me is true artistry, like when you can wordsmith in a way that each time you take it apart you see something new. That is a talent. And then to deliver it on top of that, like to throw a person in the vocal booth and just say go now, at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, go, and she delivers something like it comes from somewhere else, and she'll end a take, and you can probably see it where she'll be like, that was spiritual, or that come from somewhere else, or whatever, and it's true, like that stuff, it does come from somewhere else. And a lot of times we'll go back and do another take and you can't replicate that one, right? There was a spiritual moment, or there was something happened, something.
Why we never come together to plot and take back our land? Never come together in war against the oppressor. You talk pressure, but I challenge you to do better.